the reason why I speak the way I do, because I have mercy on men. I do. I date all kind of men, but I'm not going to say that on YouTube. And the reason why is because I get faced with this every single, and I hate to bring my job into this, but I get faced with this every single day. I'm so tired of seeing, especially my young black boys who put their heads down. I'm literally fighting these little suckers to turn some work in. I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm trying to let you see your future without you being there. And it's so hard. It's a challenge. It's not my girls. It's my boys. And if you call their parents mama boys, they enable them. You know what I'm saying? And so you just want them to be successful. You want it more than they do. And it's a fight every freaking day to get these boys to do what they're supposed to do. But then when they get old, you're like, oh, it's okay. It's not okay. And it's not okay because it's going to keep on putting that same generational bullshit out. And we keep on having this same fight in the classroom because these kids have so much potential. They are really smart. They're just lazy.
They do.
Okay, so let's be honest about this.
And they are lazy.
It up, right?
They are
Hold
lazy.
on real quick, Siobhan, please. Let's be honest about that because we're talking about boys.
Yes.
First of all, the school setting is not a healthy environment. And
no, sir. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because first of all, in my school particularly, we have black people teaching black kids, okay? We have things in place, different organizations that help black kids. And there are successful black boys. There are successful black girls.
Yes.
So it'd be different if everybody was unsuccessful. It's the same teachers. You understand? But some kids come in, no motivation. You go home, you try to see what's going on in the household. It's really just no value for education.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. You said you have 2 kids, right?
I do.
You raise them both the exact same way?
No.
Okay, so again, the school system, the way it's set up.
That's not true. We have differentiated learning. So that's not true. If you're trying to say we have the same learning style for all kids, incorrect information.
I think he needs to differentiate the ideology of what.
I think I haven't gotten through my sentence yet. That's what I think.
I think you're taking.
I was like, did he even ask a question yet?
Okay, go ahead. But
no, it's cool. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's different.
He was about to say some pro-black shit in a way. Look,
it got nothing to do with being pro-black.
Yeah, but we already tackled that.
We all know.
It don't have anything to do with being pro-black, Logic. You know what has something to do with it? Is the fact
go to school to learn. We know well. No. You're literally pulling the same shit K pulled when I bought the exact same point that Shantae just said. Them little niggas don't go to school to learn. They go to school to dress. They go to school to get some hoes. And now at the end, look. Hey, so then why you try to push back on a point and blame it on the system? It's not the system.
Because 2 things can be true at the same time.
Mamas. And they laugh at
things can be true at the same time.
No, 2 can't be a true. She just a teacher. You're not a teacher.
It don't matter. I raised kids.
Got a problem with the little niggas.
I've raised kids.
Okay, well, is they little niggas?
They was.
Just because you raise a child doesn't mean that's not everything. That's not what it is. There's no blueprint on how to parent. There's no
talking about everything. I'm only talking about the one thing I'm trying to talk about that y'all won't let me get the sentence out of my mouth because
I'm saying
you know what I'm trying to say.
You have a long ass sentence on how you trying to let it go.
I didn't even get half of the sentence out, and this ain't Thursday. This Friday.
Hey, wait, I was just about to say, with all due respect, Siobhan, this ain't Thursday. We don't do that over here.
I know Anton said Thursday just for character assassinations, but today is Friday.
No, I feel like I'm being very kind.
Supposed to be a chic critique.
I feel like I'm being very kind, and I feel like I'm being very gentle, and I'm actually not a mean person.
Hey,
let me finish my sentence.
Let him make his points why little niggas don't do their homework. Go ahead.
So what I can say is this: in the years that I've been raising kids, what I noticed was I had kids that was in the Chicago public school system, and for whatever reason, when we moved to Iowa, those kids fared better in that system. When my son moved to Woodridge, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, he fared better in that system.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain to you why, but I can say that I have had some information about the way that the schools were set up. And I know that for boys, I look, I don't remember everything. I'm getting old. I smoked a lot of weed in my day, right? I don't remember everything. Some stuff just ain't that important to me because it don't bother my day-to-day life. But I do know there was something that was said to me about boys and the learning style and gross motor skills versus the other skills, whatever it was. And, I know when it comes to myself, I learn better by doing. It was very hard for me to just sit in the classroom and be still for 8 hours. That was hard for me, right? So, but when I'm able to get out and actually do something, you show me how to do something, I remember it. Now it becomes like muscle memory for me. It becomes easier for me to do it versus you telling me. You can tell me right now, A to Z, how I'm supposed to do something. I'm not going to be able to do it. But if you show me and walk me through it, you can walk away and I'll be able to do that thing for the rest of my life.
So I got to drop this experience on, and I know Shantae got something to add. Mm-hmm. This is the thing, right? Do you know you can take the students from my neighborhood right now, which is probably one of the best school systems, Lowen County, and probably America, right? You can take these kids from this school and put them in Chicago schools. Them kids will still they still succeed. You take the Chicago kids and put them in this school system, it will still be shit. You know why? Because it's a mentality. You know why? The parents here give a fuck and they push it. You know what they do in Chicago? So just because it's not the schools, it's not the teachers, it's the niggas.
It is sometimes it is the schools and the teachers.
Let me just say this.
You can teach niggas in a White House and they'll still fuck up.
So let me just add this, okay? So I'm assuming that you're a great parent, okay? So when you have a great parent, a great foundation at home, and your kid is messing up in school, more than likely it's the school environment, the mentality of the other kids. Because unfortunately, birds of a feather flock together. They think it's cool to be doing certain things. So when you took that kid out of that environment and put him in another environment, of course he's going to be different because the environment is if the mentality of those kids are different. So environment does make a big difference, okay? As far as the learning styles are concerned, listen, I don't give just tests, I give projects, which means if you're not a great test taker, I'll give you a hands-on project and that'll weigh the same as the test to offset it. There's no excuse. All teachers do that now.
No, they don't.
Listen.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
Look, I understand in your county, but in my school, we all do it, and guess what? We still get the same results. They just don't. Well, how do you make somebody do something? They just won't do it. Show me something. Turn something in. Put your name on the paper and turn something in. I'm not getting anything. How do you grade something that's just not turned in?
But you know what, Shantae? So
you give them another opportunity and then another opportunity. To me, that becomes you're enabling the kid. He never hits a deadline. You're always saying, okay, we're going to pass you no matter what. We give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get it in. And then guess when you want to get it in? The last week of school, cram everything from January until the last week of school on a teacher's desk. Now she's got 600 papers to grade because you decided to take your time and not do it right. And now we have to grade it and cram it all in.
But you know what, Shantae? It also comes. Hold on. It also comes down to the parents because guess what? We all know that a lot of the information that comes on with our children are online, and you can see what your child does and what they don't do. And at the end of the day, some women think, or not even women. Sorry to say that. Some parents are lazy as hell and they do not want to go and do the work that they need to do.
The grade book is live and his parents like, I didn't know my child was failing. And like, baby, it's live. All you gotta do is log in.
Yes.
The grade book live. But let me tell you this. You know how many kids I get standing up in my classroom? They don't want to be anything but NBA basketball player. Boy, you want to be a rapper. Don't know not a musical lyric. You don't play no instruments. Yep. Then, this is the good one right here.
Thank you.
Look, this is real because this really happened. You want to be a professional football player, but you don't even play football. You're not even on the high school team. Like, make it make sense. I'm not understanding. It's like this is every year. I started getting girls who want to be strippers.
Damn.
They actually stand up on career day like, I want to be a stripper. I don't need your
That's today's society.
You in Atlanta.
That is today's society. And it's also their examples in the home are that.
But you know what? It's not even the examples that they have at home. Sometimes you can have a really good home setting and have a parent or parents that are doing what they need to do. But sometimes the outside is so potent on your day-to-day is that's what they want. That's how
So
they want.
Shantae, let me address 2 points you made. One, my mom is a teacher, right? She just retired. I think she probably gave them people like 20 years, right? And she talked about the students and everything, but I know my mom complained a lot about the teachers and the policies that they had of just passing students. She went above and beyond. That's why she was always winning awards. Danny K. Davis, all these people presenting her with awards and stuff, because she went above and beyond the call of duty. I mean, to the point where when she would visit the homes and the kids would be coming to school and they would be, hygiene out of place, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. She bought them hygiene, she bought them clothes, she bought them food.
Oh,
She did
mistake
all
is
type
right
of
back and
stuff.
admit the master teacher.
You sneaking? Oh, you're gonna get in trouble. Oh, you
knocked out. He knocked out.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble.
She knows the situation. Like it's just
this is what I was saying. Like, I can't speak for your situation, but again, I'm talking about Chicago, where I'm from my mom's own mouth, right? And I'm not gonna gaslight my mom. Most teachers did not go above and beyond the call of duty. They were there for the check. When I went to Malcolm X College and Harold Washington College, most of the teachers were there for the check. They were very condescending to us. They didn't have any. They act like they didn't understand they were teaching at community colleges.
You stayed in the hundreds?
Say that again.
You stayed in the hundreds? Wild hundred?
No, I stayed on 109th and State. That was 2014, but I only stayed there for like half a year.
Oh, so
I'm
you
from
weren't
Cabrini. Yeah, I'm from Cabrini, then moved, raised on the west side, spent some time in Inglewood and on the east side.
Yeah, I stayed in the old block too.
Inglewood?
Right.
I stayed in the old block. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, to the point that I was making, though, is that I've seen kids move, right, from the Chicago public school, where the environment was one thing, the teachers was one thing. I remember my lady, she's upstairs asleep right now, right? Her sons, when I first got with her sons was going to a school over by Western and Lake Street. Soon as they started having behavioral problems, they was getting suspended every other day. The first thing they did, yeah, we need to put them on these drugs. I told her, if you put them kids on them drugs, I'm whooping you.
School can't put your kids on drugs. That's a doctor.
Well, but this is my point. They were trying to say to her that if you don't do this, we're going to have to remove them from the school. I can only tell you what we experienced. See, this is what I'm saying. So I'm just telling you, like, that a lot of these teachers are there just for the check. Not to mention the fact that I think it's more than 70% of the teachers in the Chicago public schools are white women. So they don't relate to the students that they're trying to teach. You see what I'm saying? Any little pushback, any little, behavioral this or that, a kid don't pay attention, he turned his head away for a second, she want to label him something. You know what I'm saying? Now he's retarded and they want to take him to the LD and all this other stuff. And I mean, special education was a degree that my mom got. You know what I'm saying? And she said the teachers were even worse. You see what I'm saying? You have to go get the degree to teach this. So you put in the time to get the degree, and then you still not even putting in the effort to teach the kids that you already know are coming to you with some sort of disability in learning. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing with logic. I'm not disagreeing with Siobhan. It's definitely parents too matter. What's going on in the home matters a lot. I say a lot. The kids take what they get from home into the school, and it's a problem. And then they take what they get in school and bring it home, and it's a problem, right? So it is what it is. But I'm just saying, I think we should, probably, I don't know if the homeschooling thing is a good idea, but that's a lot of responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
I've done the homeschooling thing. And
okay. How was it?
I mean, you have an option. You have an option to do partial or you can do full. And it's just a conversation that you have to have with your, there's tests that they have to take at certain parts of time where if they don't pass and they're at home, then they have to go in full time. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And I get 100% what you're saying. Right. There are, there's parents that just don't give a damn, but then there are parents that really do care, but they just don't know how to do the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. And I'm okay with that. But if you cannot do the teaching that needs to be done, send them to school.
Hey, can I drop the last gem on y'all? And I promise you, I won't say nothing else. I'll let y'all be niggas. When did special education start in America?
In the 70s.
Nah.
Wasn't it like early 80s, like either 70s or
80?
early 80s?
No. 1945. And what? Yes.
In America?
Yes. 1945. And based off already what I told you, what happened in 1945?
World War II.
I don't know. That's right.
They took the women out of the house. Yes, please check me. Check my work.
I like sources. You know, I love sources. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, they ain't gonna do sources. Just look it up.
Okay, go ahead. What was your point?
That my point is all this is a domino effect that we see, and it's starting from exact the moments what I told you.
You got the numbers flipped. Is 1954, not 45.
1945 is when they first started initiating. I'll send you my sources. Let me go log on my.
Go ahead, and I'll send you.